Yeah. Playa T, that's me.
And like I said at the onset of the show, we got a beautiful, talented actress, model, adult entertainer with us tonight. The beautiful, who we got? They call me Charlie216. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, what's
Thank
going
you.
on?
Last time, we worked together, you came and got on board with the April Fool's Day comedy show.
Sure.
Be honest, what was your impression of me and the team and everything?
I really thought that you guys were just a good crowd. Y'all had like so many amazing people here just in the audience.
Right.
I was just amazed at the turnout. I was trying to really like get a lot of people to come.
Yeah.
And it was just like I didn't really need to do a lot to help because the little support that I had, it just seemed like it went a long way. But your crowd was just amazing. Your team worked together well. You have like a 14-year-old, 15-year-old that's on the staff that's like, editing, working. It's just like a great environment. I really appreciate
Miles, you getting peeped out, baby. Hey, but I got it.
He's on at 12.
Look,
12, he's 12, see?
He's like that.
He's going to be somebody great.
Oh, yeah, great. No,
Yes.
Yeah, Rich
is great now.
Rich is great. I got to tell y'all a little story. After I asked Charlie to be on board that, we were in this one night spot together, having a few drinks, having fun, and Charlie was just off the hook, and I knew that we had the right person for the job. Very charismatic, very talented, who's a go-getter.
Thank you.
For real.
I appreciate that.
Doing the real book. So much so that she's being booked for plays and movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
But before we go there, one thing about Charlie, she's very sensual and sexual. So much to a point that guys sometimes get caught up. They don't know. They think she's flirting, but that's just her personality. She's bubbly, loving, and and she does her thing. And guys get caught up in that. Yeah, it was Charlie. What's up? Look, dude, I just want you to hire me, okay?
Am I too friendly?
No, you're not too friendly. Because you can flip too, you know what I mean? Flip, because another story was later on that night at the comedy show, she flipped on us, lost her car keys. I was all kind of MFs.
She was saving the dog.
Yeah, that night really got crazy, didn't it?
How are you able to juggle movies, plays, adult entertainment? How are you able to do this?
Plus a regular 9 to 5 job, 8-hour job. It's real hard. I mean, I think that's what keep me busy and motivated because I don't have any children.
Right.
I don't have a man.
Right.
I'm just consistent on. I'm just like really like just trying to be consistent with myself.
Is it
and
by
my goals.
design that you have no children and no man right now?
Yes, it's God's design, actually. I mean, I just feel like if I'm going to be with somebody, God is going to bring them to me. I'm not going to go looking for them. It's just going to happen naturally. And I don't want to be nobody's baby's mother or, nobody's kid's mom. I don't want that statistic as a black woman.
Right.
Like I was saying, I don't want to be anybody's stereotype type of woman.
Right.
I'm a very hard-working woman. I get mine. I don't need a man for anything. I masturbate daily, all the time. I think that keeps me young and keeps me healthy. I love myself. I like looking good for myself.
Right.
I don't do it for anybody else but for me.
What makes you so bold about your sensuality and your sexuality? Because you are an adult entertainer, and that business is a lucrative, profitable business. And for anybody that got their head on straight, they can really make something out of that. What gave you the boldness to be so outwardly passionate about your sensuality?
Honestly, it's just been the way I've been all my life. Like, it's just me. Like, I just always been, I'm going to say how I feel. I'm not that type of person where you're going to just know, like, there's something on her mind and she's not giving it all to me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I'm going to tell you if I'm not feeling right about something, I'm very blunt.
Right.
And some people don't like that. Some people are very intimidated by it. They think that that's too real or, she just go embarrass me at any point. And it's not like that. I'm not trying to downgrade, make anybody feel little or anything because I've been there.
Right.
So it's just that I feel like if I let you know how I feel, there's no faking it.
Right. With your adult entertainment background, and how does someone take you serious in everything else that you do?
Well, that's really based on how I treat them and how I let them into my life. If they see how I'm working and they see that I go to work, I come home just like a regular person, you know, undress myself, take my makeup off, and I'm the same person, put a bonnet on every night, wake up, you know, brush my teeth, take a shit, put on my work clothes, and go to work on time, and I'm trying to make it there just like a normal person. My people at work, you know, some people know what I do, but a lot of them that know me, they know I'm just funny. They know I'm outgoing, outstanding. They just know that I'm going to just be outspoken, and they wait to see me every day. They be like, oh, God, you weren't here for 2 days.
You got a lot of friends?
Really? I wouldn't say friends. I have maybe 2 good friends in my life. I would say that's my mother and my sister, and my one best friend, Andrea. And I do have one that live in New York. Her name is Josette. And we've been best friends. We could, like, see each other and could just, like, reconnect and just be, like, together. Like, we've been, you know, kids all over again, like, since day one.
Now, with your acting career, you know, are you surprised or what? How do you feel? Guys are not calling you, casting you for these, you know, sexual roles. They're calling you, casting you for even deeper roles.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm getting some good stuff. Like, I mean, my first movie, I think that was the best role I had. And, I'm just so sad that they're not really, like, you know, selling the DVD. They're still trying to get it.
What movie
like,
is that?
This is called Winners, the movie. This is called Winners, the movie. That's WINNERZ, the movie. You know, you could go on trail.com and you could check it out, and you could look it up on Instagram. It's the same thing, hashtag, all that. And you could see, like, the trails and stuff like that, but you don't really see, you know, what I've done in it yet.
They're really taking their time with the movie.
Yeah, but that was my first paid movie. I've done it for 3 days. Denise Lawton, Glenn Plummer, which was OG Bobby Johnson, and Christian Keys was in it. So we had 3 showings at Tower City, like within a month of, like, 2 months.
How did that make you feel? It had to make you feel like
I mean, I didn't see the movie until the first time, until, like, everybody else seen it for the first time. And I'll tell you, I was so nervous. And I had a friend with me, and I didn't know how it was going to look. I didn't know how I was going to look. I didn't know if I was going to look like I was good, acting generic. So I was... What did you think but it was good.
What did you think of your performance?
First of all, I went to the 9 o'clock show, and it was people that went to the 7 o'clock show. So everybody was calling me from the 7 o'clock show saying, like, oh, my God, Misha is my real name. So everybody was like, Misha, oh, you was the shit. You was the girl. You did it. You was the funniest one in the movie. You made the movie funny.
They were telling you made the movie.
And I was like, are you serious? Oh, my God, I'm about to be walking in right now. Oh, Lord, I'm about to see it for myself. And, I mean, when I seen it, I was just up there like... Wow. And I was laughing, and my sister and my family was there. My best friend was there, and it was just like all love. And we had an after party, and everybody was just coming to me, and it was just love.
Now, you're not, besides motion pictures, you're also in stage theater. You're working right now with Philly Whedon. Big shout out to Philly Whedon.
Big shout out to my homeboy, PhillyWheaton.com.
The Whedon brothers, they doing big things, man. They be at all events. You know, they got a fitness center. You know, they're doing big things. We always bump into each other out and about. You know, I'm really proud of those guys. We got to get them here on the show, too.
Sure do.
You know, how did you, meet those guys and get to working with them?
Well, honestly, I just have been following Philly Whedon on Instagram. And I was following his brother on Instagram as well.
You was following him? Why? Because he had the pectorials jumping off Aki, you know what I'm saying?
No, we just was kind of in the same circle of followers and stuff. And we just all started following each other naturally, but I never really had met them. So I always said, hit him up on Instagram, like, next time you have a play, I would love to come and audition. Let me know. He was like, when I post up things, just, you're more than welcome to come. And I said, all right. So once I seen that there were audition for a stage play called God's Gift to Women, I believe this was like back in June sometime. June, last year. So, June last year, this was the audition. So I went. I had my mom with me. The audition was at 3 o'clock. I had to be at work at 3 o'clock. So I was like, oh, God, can I come earlier? And they was like, nope, 3 o'clock. So I said, I'm going to have to just be at work late. So I was just the first one there. I got there like 2:40. I went, I got the script that they wanted me to rehearsal for. And I said, all right, I got this. So I read it over a few times with my mother, like a few different times. Like, girl. Like, it was just different things. And I was like, I think I like this one. So I went in. And, I did what I had to do, and I did my part, and I read off with one of their cast members, and I gave them my information, and they got back in touch with me, like, maybe 2 months later and let me know that I did get the part, and I was just so stoked, like just so excited. And
how you love
it was amazing,
that.
and I was just like, Lord. Then I got my script. I had to rehearse. So
right.
The difference with stage plays and movies is with movies, you could do all the takes in the world as long as they film it, as long as they want to keep going on. It's up to them. But with a play, you got one shot.
Right.
You know all your lines. That's it, and you fumble. You just got to get back in there and remember wherever you were supposed to choke up at, or know whatever you're supposed to get back in. If you choke up, you just gotta like make it so natural.
And you're also in a movie with Philly Wheaton too, coming up. What's the name of the movie?
That's called If You Knew Better, You Do Better.
So is that true? If you knew better, you'd do better?
It sure is.
When it comes to Charlie216, if they knew better, they'd do better.
If you knew better, you do much better.
Now tell me about who is Charlie? Who is Misha Henderson? Because we know who Charlie216 is. Who is Misha Henderson?
Misha Henderson, I'm a woman from East Cleveland. I'm just a real down-earth girl. I'm just like your everyday next-door neighbor, next-door girl. I'm a tomboy. I'm very active. I like sports. I'm funny. I'm just somebody that likes
sports?
Yeah, I love
sports. Now, God can dig Charlie.
I like getting into sports. I was playing softball a few years ago. I work out all the time.
You gonna be going?
I'm down with that, yeah. I just think it's more for y'all though. It's not for us. Cause I don't want no girl hitting my boob, and I want to be supported. I want to get out there and have on some socks all the way up to here and get down and dirty, That's more for y'all.
Right.
That's fantasy football. That's not,
I still haven't had a chance to watch none of that.
Yeah, but that's more like, that's like glow wrestling. That's not like, the real stuff.
Would you do stuff like that? Would you mud wrestle?
I would definitely mud wrestle. I want to do those, like, one of those little adventures, like, obstacles where you run through all that mud and like climb up a rope and try to see how strong and just cry and blood, sweat, and tears and scratch. I want to do that.
Now let me ask you, what do you see yourself doing, in the future, going with the acting and the plays and the movies?
Well, right now, I'm going to be working on the end of this month. I'll be working and doing a web series. It's going to be called Heights Girl. It's with HWIC
Big shout out to John Del Cerrone and Dave Schneider and all of those.
Exactly.
My dudes right there.
Yes.
So you're gonna be
they did the Swing Low Sweet Cherry.
Yeah.
And actually, their movie came out around the same time as Winners.
Are you going to be in part 2?
I hope so.
And I already
shout out, yo.
I done already put my bid in with you, Dave. So we waiting on round 2. So so that's hot.
Yes,
that is very hot.
Yes, good shit.
Right. So do you got any more gigs coming up with your daughter entertainment and stuff like that?
Yes, I mean this is bachelor season, so it's like. Being honest, it's like bachelor season. We wait for this. Like, we wait on the summertime, early spring, early fall, early winter for people to just get married and things like that. We want people to fall in love and get married. We encourage this. These men love to have their last bit of fun. It's like nothing kinky, sexual or anything. Most of the time, it's like a girl doing another girl or something like that. But
let me ask you this. 16-year-old girl sitting in front of you. She don't know what she want to do, but she's pretty. She can maybe even sing, maybe even act, maybe even fill a stage up and dance and attract a lot of people. But she don't know where she's going and what she want to do. Talk to her right now.
Baby girl, I would tell you to get into some professional acting and some professional dance classes, because that's something I didn't do as a child. My mother and my father was real busy. My father died when I was like 11 years old, and my mother had to take on like 2 jobs. So it was like me and my sister are 7 years apart. Nobody was really there to like, keep me going into like classes or into like school of arts or anything like that. But if I had children, if they're talented and they want to do that, I'm definitely going to push them forward into doing whatever you want to do, whether it's modeling, acting, playing instruments, singing, do whatever you feel creative. If you want to write poems, if you want to be an author, do what you feel you have to do. You could be a director. You don't have to be on the scene. You could be a teacher of this, just learn to do your craft, do what you do it best. And just, take as much as you can, love yourself, because no man, nobody is going to love you. No one is going to love you like you do until you learn your inner side, your inner self.